Hi guys, welcome back to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today I've got a little bit of a different video for you. A couple of weeks ago I managed to break the mag lips on one of my Tokyo Marui MWS mags. So I thought I'd do a really quick tutorial video on how you can actually replace the mag lips. So I bought this from Impulse 101. I actually did an order with them probably about 2 years ago, and they happened to have some mag lips in stock, so I bought half a dozen, knowing that at some point in the future I was going to need them. And lo and behold, this is I think the second or third one now that I'm going to have had to swap over. It can seem a little bit intimidating, but hopefully I should be able to talk you through the steps, and you should be able to do this yourself. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that there's no gas left in the magazine. The best way to do it is to shoot the magazine. It's best not to press in the valve and release. That's not ideal, but if your mag's broken anyway, just get on with it. So you can see the problem there. And what I've done is because it's quite noisy, I've actually already punched these pins most of the way out. So if I just remove these. I'll get these parts in a minute. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'll just put that to one side, and what you can do is you can slowly ease this out. Okay, so there's going to be some tension pushing up with this spring here. So let the whole lot come up. There you go, the spring kind of boings out there. And this is what you're left with. So we can take the follower, and this is the most annoying little system. That's probably the smallest spring in the system. We can take those, put them to one side, and this is the bolt stop mechanism. So this is actually how it works. As the follower pushes up on here, you can see it pushes up on this end. So it's just like a bit of like a seesaw affair. So we'll take these two parts off, put them to one side, like so, and we'll switch it over. Now this pin actually comes out, so it may be easier if I just give it a little poke from that side. There we go, look, you see it wants to come out. Oh, unless I push it back in with my hand like an idiot. Okay, and then lastly this one here. And again, it's nulled, so you can see which direction I pushed it through. So there are your two pins. Okay, so let's get these mag lips off. And this is our new set here. So let's whip that out and just pop that in there. That seems to be okay. Make sure that it fits on here nicely. Try to get it to fit on nicely. Oh, look, there's a little tab there, which clearly I didn't notice. So bear with me one sec. Okay, so guys, I spotted on here there's actually a little nub just here, and that actually wasn't on the one that I've taken out. So what I'm going to do is just go off camera and just file this little nub here away, and then it should fit. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I didn't actually end up filing it, I just used a sharp knife and that did the job. So let's try and fit this in again. It's not very good for me showing how simple it is it? But these are the kind of things that you might run into when you're trying to get this done yourself. So now it should, there you go, and it lines up perfectly well there. So let's put these pins back. So with this one, remember the knurling is going to be on this side. So that was the front pin. Just going to pop that through. Right. I think that's supposed to sit flush, so I'll just give it a little push. There we go. And then the other one will go through this hole here. That will also be pretty flush, so I think if I that'll do. Okay, so back to this side. Let's see if I can remember how the seesaw reorientates itself. So is it like that? So as the bit pushes up here, it's going to push that down. Yeah, that seems to make sense, doesn't it? Okay, so right now for probably the trickiest and most annoying part of it, which is the reassembly. Now you'll probably notice there is a little O-ring on the bottom of here. It looks like it's square. It's actually not. It is just a completely round O-ring, and this is how it should be sat on your magazine. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm in here, have a quick look inside. It's quite dry. It's a little bit dirty. Not too bad. I'm going to give that a little bit of a spray. So, and again. If you're going to take it apart, you might as well give it a little bit of a lubing. Right, so what we're going to do next, we're going to try and get this spring, make sure it's straight, and make sure that you're going into the right part of the magazine. So you'll see inside, it's pretty obvious where the different parts are supposed to go. So I've started to feed that in, and it's on its way. Okay, what I'm now going to do is get a screwdriver here and slowly just encourage this the rest of the way. Like I said, this is always going to be the trickiest part, getting this bit back in. I'm not particularly dexterous myself, I must confess. I'm a bit cack-handed. Okay, there you go. Honesty prevails. I didn't get it right that time. Didn't get it in. So, but you can see roughly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't, because there's no back part just here, it has a tendency just to want to spring out there. So I'm going to slowly be easing it in. And the more tension it's under, the more it just wants to spring out. So when you use this bit, make sure that this little spring will be facing on the inside of the magazine. Oh, we're so close. There we go. Okay, so I've now got that held. I'm pretty sure it's just going to spring out on me any second now. I've got my finger all the way down the back of it. So there, I've got it held in with my finger like that. So make sure the O-ring is correctly round there. I'm just going to change the camera angle so I can show you this slightly better. Okay, so still holding that part in. Trying to be really careful. And then I can just let it spring up. There we go. Right. Now all we need to do is get our pins and just try and get these back in. Right, there we go. So these are going to take a little bit of encouragement. So I'm just going to pause it, give these a hammer in, and then I'll come back. Okay, here we are, we're back. I've hammered the pins through. So now we're going to find out good stuff. And now we'll just check the function. So if I press down on this part here, there we go. So that's how to replace the maglets on your broken Tokyo Marui MWS magazine. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.